The market spikes a low and then chops as the bulls hang on by a thread. This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so in yesterday's video, we talked about the fact that the market is pretty complex right now, and we weren't sure of which path was playing out because we're kind of in the middle of all of them. However, with the spike lower yesterday, we were able to eliminate one of the paths, and now we're down to two that we're tracking. I'll get into that in just 1 second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, so we were able to eliminate one path. We're now down to two, but they can take a couple different routes. So let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1 hour futures chart for the S&P 500. And with that spike down, it just became too low. We tried to give them the benefit of the doubt on the diagonal and the direct move higher towards 4,300, but I don't think that is what's going to play out now. So what we're looking at is two potential paths. The one I will call the primary path is our ABC path, and it's going to be a bigger B wave in green here before we see a C wave higher towards 4,400. So that green path basically says that the move up to 4,200 from last October's 3,500 low would be the wave A, and now we're looking at wave B down toward the 3,800 area, and then wave C higher towards 4,400. Now, this path can take two different paths to get to this B wave at 3,800. So the more traditional path would be that we have A down, we're looking for a B wave bounce, okay, and then we get C down towards 3,800 for that B wave. Then from there we'd look for a move higher in C toward 4,400. The alternate path for that would be a little bit more complex in advanced Elliott wave, where you have the A wave high over here, and then you have a WXY pattern playing out, okay, down here to the 3,800 area, and then we'd look for the move higher from there. So in this scenario, it would be a more direct move lower, where we would break down, okay, and continue in more of a straight line toward 3,800. And the reason this one is starting to look like it could play out is they just spiked and held the 200 daily moving average on the ES and SPX. But if they gap below that tomorrow, which is around 39.50 on the futures, you also have this trend line, which would be about the last line of defense for the bulls. If they don't hold there, we would be looking at that 38.08 area pretty quickly, and that would make sense for the WXY pattern for this to be B and then C higher from there. So a little bit more complex on that type of setup, but that would be the alternate count and the way we would get there in a direct route. Now, the second path that we're tracking, okay, is the red 5-wave count off the top, where this would be wave 3 completing. It would have to complete as a diagonal, so you'd look for a bounce up to the 4,100 or so area, and then a move down in wave 5 from there. And I don't love diagonals. I also don't love WXY counts, so it's very complex still on the chart because those are advanced counts that more often than not the simpler count plays out. So in both the red count and the black count, we have the potential to bounce up toward the 4,080 to 4,100 area and then drop down towards 3,800. And then from there, the bounce off of that area would tell the story. If we got an impulsive bounce, we would be looking at that C wave toward the 4,400 area. If we got a corrective bounce, okay, which would be an ABC higher for a wave 2, we would be looking at the 4,100 area again and then down from there. So those are the paths we're tracking. Remember, the B wave can get there two ways. We can get the traditional ABC with the bounce, or we can move directly lower. And again, if they break below that 200 daily moving average, I would expect them to accelerate to the downside. So that could be the path that we take there. And then the red count is still looking for a wave 4 and 5 to complete wave 1 to the downside in a diagonal formation. And then we'd look for a bounce up from there. Over on the NASDAQ, as you would expect, very similar counts as they do trade in step, where we have the red count with 1, 2, looking for 3 to end and get a wave 4 bounce up toward the 12,500, 12,600 area, and then a wave 5 down toward 11,200 to complete the wave 1 move off of the top as a start to a move down in C. Okay, we're also looking for the potential of that bigger ABC, where we come down in a B wave and then up and C from there towards 14,000. And we can also take two paths to this red B wave. We can take the traditional A, B, C down, which would look very similar to the red count until we got down to this level, or we can take the direct route lower, where they break down from here and take a more straight shot down to the 11,200 area. One thing to note, if we do take the path directly lower, then the B wave does become our primary count, and we would be looking for that support area to hold around 11,200 from there. So same two paths, and then the two options to get to this B wave, the ABC zigzag or the more direct route lower. Guys, if you love the information I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link. It will take you right over to the website. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have two incredible plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial because I want you to get in there, make sure you love it, and become part of our trading team before you ever spend a penny. You can cancel at any time. We just started our training room where we have our Elliott Wave for Beginners course, and we'll be adding more training material, which comes with both subscriptions. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered, a midday video where I go over exactly where we are in the counts and what to expect, as well as the training you just saw. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade, which means our trades can last anywhere from a few days to a few months, so we don't trade quite as often as a day trading room does. However, if you are looking for day trading as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, day trading, and PT's reduced risk binary method that absolutely crushes the market. He gets you in at a cheap price and gets you big multiples on your money, and it's how he structures the trade that's so unique. It's something you have to see to understand, and it's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account, trading mini ES futures, averaging 3 to 4% gains per week, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we'd love to have you in these rooms so we can make some money together. All right, key takeaways for today. We got two paths. The bigger B wave down, which can take the ABC path or the direct route, depending on if we're in that more complex situation, or the red path where we're looking for that 4-5 down, and then we'd be looking for a bounce from there. Over on the NASDAQ, same type of setup. Two paths. One, the bigger B wave down that can take the ABC or the direct route. And we also have the red path where we're looking for a bounce and then a wave 5 down before seeing a wave 2 higher from there. Guys, that is the market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.